All right. We should, let me wait for the bar to go. All right, there we are.
Well, thank you, Carrie. Carrie, roll call, please.
Jose Arenas. Hilda Ortega Rosales.
Here.
Susan Sarin.
Here.
Martine Cazada. Jet White. Jet, did you say here? Jet's frozen. Okay, Isabella.
Here.
Isabel.
Here.
And Moosdad.
Here.
There being 3 members, there is a quorum.
Am I still frozen?
Off and on, yes.
Yes, maybe.
A little bit, yeah.
I'd like to call the regular meeting of February 15th, 2022 to order. Yeah, let me, I am here, but let me turn off, and then you get my picture of my DJ days. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try to turn a bunch of devices that are near on airplane mode. Maybe that'll send some more internet to my iPad. I'd like to call the regular board meeting of February 15th, 2022 to order. As a reminder, please mute your microphones when others are speaking and unmute when it's your turn. This will help with background noise. I'd like to welcome everybody joining us on Facebook Live to view our meeting. This meeting will be held virtually with no public in-person attendance. I believe Senator Quesada is not here, and he is our vice. Oh, he is here. I apologize.
He's here now. Yay.
Hooray. Never mind. Just kidding. How could we ever replace you? Never mind. Forget I even started to say anything. Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Ms. Sarin. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Ortega Rosales. Discussion. Carrie, roll call, please.
Hilda Ortega Rosales.
Yes.
Susan Sarin.
Yes.
Martine Cazada.
Yes.
And Jet White.
Yes.
The motion, with there being 4 members, the motion carries.
Thank you, Carrie. Dr. Cruz, good evening. Would you like to introduce our Be Recognized winners for February?
Yes, good evening, Mr. President, esteemed board members, student board members, cabinet, and our community. It is my privilege to introduce some of our amazing staff members who are nominated for special recognition by their peers. So we're going to start off by recognizing our preschool teachers at Villa de Paz Elementary School: Sharon Kugler, Elsa Franco, Alyssa Morales, Shaylin Galdones. They are all preschool teachers at Villa de Paz Elementary School, and they were chosen as Be Recognized award winners for their hard work and dedication to their school and our district. All 4 ladies do a remarkable job of providing a quality experience for all of the preschool students at Villa de Paz. Their commitment to excellence has allowed the Villa de Paz preschool program to earn and maintain a 5-star rating, which is Quality First highest preschool rating. The team has worked together to create a safe and exciting learning environment for all students. Throughout the school year, they go above and beyond to ensure that each student is equipped and ready as they enter in kindergarten. In addition to their hard work, they do a remarkable job of communicating with parents and guardians and updating them on their students' progress. We are grateful and thankful for the amazing work they do each and every day. And we recognize them today for exemplifying the values of the Pendergast School District and helping us be the very best. And it's been my privilege to be in their classrooms and see their amazing work. It is truly remarkable, the things that they do with our youngest learners. And we're so grateful for everything they do and for their commitment to our students. So congratulations to all of you and thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and next for our Be Recognized Award for February is Gloria Barnes, our Office 2 assistant at Sunset Ridge Elementary School. Gloria Barnes is the Office 2 at Sunset Ridge Elementary, and she was chosen as a B recognized winner for her generosity and willingness to serve others. Ms. Barnes does a remarkable job assisting staff, students, and parents, and always does it with a smile on her face. I can attest to that. Her peers describe her as a hardworking individual who is kind and devoted to helping others. She always ensures that staff and students have everything they need to be successful day in and day out. Her energy, dedication, and caring nature is contagious and brings joy to everyone on campus. On behalf of the Sunset Ridge family, thank you and congratulations, Ms. Barnes. She's fantastic. Ms. Barnes has been spreading joy and love in our school district for a number of years, so we're really grateful that we have her as part of our team. And those are our amazing Be Recognized award winners for this month.
Thank you, Dr. Cruz, and congratulations again to our Be Recognized winners. Dr. Cruz, again, I'll throw it back to you if you'd like to introduce our student board members for them to give school reports tonight.
Good evening again, Mr. President, esteemed board members, student board members, cabinet, and the community. We have 3 of our 8th grade students who are representing all of our schools, but we are going to start off with Isabel from Canyon Breeze.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. President, esteemed board members, Dr. Cruz, members of the cabinet, and members of the audience. I am Isabel. I am from Canyon Breeze School, representing the community of Canyon Breeze, Rio Vista, Amarillo, and Desert Horizon. Highlights from these schools are Canyon Breeze, highlight 1. Congratulations to Daniela for placing first in the Junior Chef Taco Competition. Highlight 2. On February 7th, the CB staff was created by administration to a coffee, tea, or smoothie from Revolution Coffee Co. to say thank you for their hard work. Highlight 3, CB celebrated our school counselor, Angelina Rother, with a coffee, positive messages from each staff member, and a gift basket. Rio Vista, highlight 1. We celebrated our school counselor, Ms. Hennings, this week. We are so thankful for the many hats she wears and the vast support she provides for our students and staff. Highlight 2. It's Kindness Week this week, and our students in our Mustang Speak Up Club and After School Tutoring created beautiful posters to hang around the school in celebration. Highlight 3. Congratulations to Lily, who took 2nd place in the district science fair. Way to go, Lily. Amberlia, highlight 1. Congratulations to our science fair winners, Cherise, 2nd place, and Jonathan, 3rd place winners. Highlight 2. Amberlia's 8th grade students participated in the NAEP reading and math test. They came in motivated and ready to give it their all. Highlight 3. Teachers are working hard to prepare for conferences and are eager to meet with parents to share their students' progress. Desert Horizon, highlight 1. Desert Horizon track team has been getting ready for the track meet. Thank you, Coach Johnson and Assistant Coach Jones, for all your support. Highlight 2. Desert Horizon gives a huge shout out to Mrs. Sargal, our wonderful school counselor. She is a rock star. Highlight 3. Congratulations to the Desert Horizon Science Fair winners, Malachi, Thomas, and Garang. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. And now, Isabella from Sunset Ridge.
Good evening, Mr. President, esteemed board members, Dr. Cruz, members of cabinet, and members of the audience. I am Isabella. I am from Sunset Ridge, representing the community of Sunset Ridge, Westwind, Desert Mirage, and Pendergast. 3 highlights for Sunset Ridge are: Sunset Ridge appreciates all Pendergast counselors for their hard work and dedication to our students. We are very lucky to have Mr. Covert at Sunset Ridge as our school counselor. Secondly, we would like to congratulate Dean for placing 2nd place in our district science fair. We are so proud of Dean and his efforts. Lastly, Sunset Ridge would like to congratulate Isabella for her attendance in the regional spelling bee this past weekend. Isabella placed 12th in our region. Way to go, Isabella. 3 highlights for Westwind are: Westwind students wrote letters to the Westwind postal carrier and delivered the letters to him in front of the Westwind office. Thank you letters to the carriers that day. Westwind celebrated our counselor on National Counselors Week. Everyone at Westwind loves our counselor. Lastly, The West Wind Promethean boards are amazing. The West Wind teachers and students love them. Critical thinking comes alive through the West Wind Promethean boards. 3 highlights for Desert Mirage are: Desert Mirage is extremely proud of our 2 8th grade students, Caesar and Tiffany. Both students have worked jointly for 2 school years on a project to support our DM scholars and community. Secondly, Desert Mirage celebrates our counselor, Rob Federer. Mr. Federer is a wonderful asset to Desert Mirage and PESD family. Lastly, congratulations to Desert Mirage student Kalia, Sasha, and Hennesis for outstanding 3rd place finishes for their science fair projects. 3 highlights for Pendergast are: congratulations to Pendergast students Leah and Keisha for placing first in the district science fair. Great work, everyone. Secondly, 8th grade students recently participated in the NAEP Social Studies History Test. They applied themselves, took their time, and did their very best work. Lastly, 2nd graders are learning about weather patterns as part of our STEAM Academy and took turns creating videos as television weathercasters. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabella.
Thank you.
And finally, we are going to hear from Mushta from Garden Lakes.
Good evening, Mr. President, esteemed board members, Dr. Cruz, members of cabinet, and members of the audience. I am Mushta. I am from Garden Lakes School, representing the community of Garden Lakes, Copper King, Sonoran Sky, and Villa de Paz. And here are the reports. Highlight 1, Garden Lakes. 3rd and 4th grade students participated in the NAEP testing. We got amazing feedbacks from the proctors. Highlight 2, Garden Lake celebrated Counselors Week. Students and staff wrote notes of appreciation. We love Ms. Kozak. Highlight 3, congratulations to Athena, one of the first place science fair winners. Congratulations to all our science fair participants for doing a fabulous job. Highlight 1 for Copper King. Congratulations to Copper King 8th grade super student Milagros and Ruby, who won first place in the district science fair. Highlight 2, Copper King celebrated Jamie, our amazing school counselor, during Counselors Week. Highlight 3, Thursday, February 17, Copper King student and staff will be participating in acts of kindness to celebrate Random Acts of Kindness Day. Highlight 1 for Sonoran Sky, a shout out. Sonoran Sky has 65% of their students' body completing 5 or more Dreambox lessons per week. Highlight 2, Sonoran Sky celebrates school counselor Mr. Larry Jones this week. Thank you, Mr. Jones, for all that you do. Highlight 3 for Sonoran Sky, a great big congratulations to Valerie, Brasilia, Sophia, Janelle, and Darla for participating and representing Sonoran Sky in the district fair. Sonoran Sky celebrates you. Highlight 1 for Villa de Paz. Villa de Paz would like to celebrate our amazing school counselor, Akin Akini. We appreciate everything he does for our community. Highlight 2 for Villa de Paz. Teachers are looking forward to parent-teacher conferences this week. Teachers will update parents on their student progress and growth this semester. Highlight 3, our school team met with Verizon Innovative Learning School for our mid-year review. Our instructional coach, Diane Martin, was praised for her commitment to coaching by exceeding teacher observations requirement by 15 observation on the technology integration matrix.
Thank you. Thank you to all 3 of you for bringing us some good news from our schools. We appreciate that. And that concludes the student board reports, Mr. President.
Thank you, Dr. Cruz. Thank you, Isabella, and Mushta. Again, just echo what Dr. Cruz said. It's nice to have some good news from around the district. Absolutely. Once again, Dr. Cruz, I'll throw it back to you. Good evening. If you want to give any updates on current events.
Yes. Good evening, Mr. President, esteemed board members, student board members, cabinet, and our community. We've been busy since we last saw each other. So there was an outstanding online exceptional student services resource fair. The team from ESS did a great job sharing important resources with our community. We also had a student chef competition. I believe that Mr. Triolo is going to talk a little bit about that, but gosh, it's fantastic to have our students doing things that really translate into the real world as opposed to the fake world that happens inside school. That's all your imagination, young people. That's not really happening. But we're super excited that our students get to participate in those kinds of activities. We really appreciate that partnership that they're willing to work with our students. As you heard, the regional spelling bee happened over this weekend as well. And we're just so proud of those students who represented Pendergast. They did a fantastic job representing us in a really high stakes environment. So congratulations to all those students who represented Pendergast. We really appreciate that. I also had the opportunity to attend a variety of meetings where superintendents from across the state were coming together to have conversations and some brainstorming about what they were going to do regarding the aggregate expenditure limit that the state legislature is currently kind of contemplating whether or not they're going to complete that administrative process to allow us to use the budget that we were allocated at the beginning of this year. We are thankful that at least one portion of the state legislature, the House, has actually passed that resolution so that we could move forward with using the entirety of the budget that we were allocated at the beginning of the year. And now we're anxiously awaiting. We're hopeful that the Senate will also take action to go ahead and allow us to use that budget. We really encourage folks to stay tuned to that process and make sure that, you know, as a constituent, you are active in that process and reaching out to the folks that represent you to let them know how important this is. And it's not just important to our schools, although certainly, you know, for some schools and some school districts, it will just be extraordinarily painful and almost catastrophic for them to have to lose 20% of their budget as they're in the midst of their year. It's also pretty horrible for the Arizona economy at large, for the economy to lose $1.1 billion for apparently no really good reason besides an administrative task. It's tough to wrap your head around. So we truly are hopeful that that process is completed and that we get to move forward and wrap up our school year. We had a great partner lunch and learn today. It was virtual, but we appreciated all of our partners that attended. They were supportive of the work that we're doing, and they gave us some really interesting input for the strategic planning process. And we have so many hardworking educators that are getting ready for our family conferences this week. So shout out to all of you. We know that that takes extra time, effort, energy, but making that space and time to make sure that we're really partnering with our families is just what Pendergast is all about. So we really do appreciate the extra work that you're putting in to do that and know that you're appreciated. And then finally, we've got another kindergarten readiness event coming up next week, February 24th from 5 to 7 at the Pendergast Community Center. We're really excited to welcome our next group of students. Really important that you get those students registered soon. So we're really, really, again, excited to see those new families. They get to meet their administrators, and it's a pretty fantastic night all the way around. So we're really hopeful that people will join us for that. Those are my updates. Thank you for the time. I appreciate it, Mr. White.
Thank you, Dr. Cruz. Appreciate you. Mr. Arenas, good evening.
Good evening, President White, members of the board. Just a quick shout out to everyone. Thank you for all you do. I really don't have many updates. I think I'll speak on a possible board action personnel matter after it's completed. But with that said, I appreciate all you do and thank you. It's good to see everyone. And I apologize for being late. It was Carrie's fault. I mean, my fault. Just kidding. Sense of humor. My fault. So I apologize, folks. Just kidding, Carrie.
Thank you, Mr. Arenas. Ms. Ortega-Rosales, good evening.
Good evening. How are you, everybody? Thank you for joining us today in our meeting. Just to have a couple of things. One is I did attend the Lunch and Learn today. And as Dr. Cruz has mentioned, it was an excellent program today. We spent some time on the strategic planning. We talked a little bit about the trip to DC. And so we're excited about that for our students. You know, one of the things that is important is that, you know, the majority of our students that are attending have not ever flown in their lives. The exposure that they're getting is incredible. To be able to go to the Capitol and be able to live where our government is legislated, where our laws are made, where our laws are, interpreted, and where our laws are managed. And those opportunities are very important for our kids. I would imagine that also the majority of our students, if it wouldn't be for this opportunity, more than likely would not go to Washington, D.C. So kudos to everybody who's involved in helping us to coordinate that, that opportunity for our students. As you know, exposure provides opportunities. And as David Garcia said at one of our leadership retreats several years ago, he says that to gain social capital is to be exposed to opportunities that may not be available to you all the time. And so to us, we are building that social capital for our students with this field trip. So thanks to everybody who is involved again. And then I want to give a shout out to our award winners today, our Villa de Paz preschool teachers and Ms. Barnes. You are a backbone to the organization, to our district as you do your day-to-day jobs. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. De Rosales. Ms. Saren, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I attended the junior chef taco competition and it was fantastic. It really was. Our students, my gosh, they can really cook. They knew what they were doing. They had their own spices. There was a variety of tacos, different beef tacos with different seasonings and everything that I could not try those because I'm pescatarian, but I did try the shrimp tacos, the fish tacos. There was even potato tacos and Beyond Meat beef tacos. There was a variety and our students were amazing. I mean, they set to work and for 2 hours they worked and then they had to present to the judges. And I want to give a shout out to Chartwells. They were so good with our students. They helped them. They taught them how to chop if they didn't know how. They gave them suggestions. They were right there to help all of our students. It was great. And I've got to say, all the students were winners. They really, really are. And let's see, I too went to the community partners lunch. It was on Zoom, but it was great to see everybody. And we did talk about the strategic plan and there was a lot of great input from our community partners. I was glad that I had attended. And let's see, 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, I will be at the airport with our 8th grade students and our sponsors. It's going to be a great trip. Our students, they have fundraised for this trip. Some of our community partners have helped out. The community has helped out. And also our staff. Everybody came together to get this trip ready for our students and it's going to be great and we're going to have a lot of things to talk about at the next board meeting because I know we'll have many, many adventures. So I'll let you know then how we did. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Ms. Saren. Senator Casella.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I got to go to a couple of Pendergast events since the last meeting. I went to the Exceptional Student Services Family Resource Fair. I think that was on a Saturday last week. That was really good. Some great information was presented. So thank you guys for all your work on that. And I did also go to the Lunch and Learn today. I was a little bit late, but I caught the end of it. And there were some really good conversations that we got to hear in there as well. So thanks for the work that kind of goes into all of our, Dr. Cruz, that you're doing with collecting that information from our stakeholders in the development of our plan. So I appreciated that. Just real quickly on the aggregate expenditure limit, Dr. Cruz gave a good update, but just to kind of give you some more, there was 2 bills that were introduced. They were introduced in a bipartisan way. In the House, the Speaker of the House and the Minority Leader of the House both sponsored the bill, and in the Senate, the President of the Senate and the Minority Leader of the Senate both sponsored the bill. So it's being done in a bipartisan way. In the House, they needed, And what the bill does basically is, or both bills are exactly the same. What they need to do, or what they would do, is with a 2/3 vote of both the House and the Senate, it would override the aggregate expenditure limit for this fiscal year in the amount of the overage, which is a little over $1.1 billion. In the House, they passed that resolution today, and it was by a 44-15 vote. And so there were 28 Democrats that voted yes, and 16 Republicans that voted yes, and there were 15 Republicans that voted no on that. But it still passed because it needed 40 votes, and they got 44. So it's all good. In the Senate, we were supposed to vote on that today, but and there was a huge delay. They were trying to convince the Republican members to be on board with this, and at the end, they just were not on board yet. So we didn't even try to vote on it today. And so what that means is, as of right now, I'm the whip, so I do the counting, but we've got 13 solid Democratic votes, and maybe 14, but we've got one member who's kind of in and out right now because he just had a baby and he may not be able to be there. So he's been not participating in the session this year because of COVID. And so we're not sure if he's going to be there. So we have 13 Democratic votes, and that means that we need 7 Republican votes if we don't have that 14th Democrat. And those 7 votes just aren't there right now. And so what we were told today is that they are hoping, or they're expecting, that they want to continue to kind of stare down the judge in that Prop 208 case and just kind of force his hand. And so they don't want to act until the judge makes a further ruling on that case. So it's basically kind of a game of chicken between the legislature and the court right now. And so I'm hoping that will change. They're going to be putting pressure on them to change their minds in the near future, but as of today, nothing's going to happen. And so this could change very quickly. So tomorrow this could all change, but as of right now, no action in the Senate. But since the House is done, they're already done, nothing more needs to happen there. It's now, everything's on the Senate right now. So we just need them to take action. And I'm hoping that we can have some good news soon. I was surprised to see the House move today. So I'm hoping that the Senate will kind of change their minds as well in the very near future. But with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Quesada. Again, I'll turn off my camera here just for a little bit. With my internet being wonky, I'll make it quick. Just looking forward to conferences this week. Tomorrow we're scheduled for ours, so that's always exciting. So again, thank you to teachers for those late nights, and again, something good to happen as we talk about. Hopefully we don't go back to normal. Hopefully good things come from us being virtual, right? Being able to talk to a lot more families through Zoom, being able to talk to a lot more families over the phone than actually having to be exclusively in person. So again, looking forward to those conversations. And again, thank you to Cabinet and the administration of Desert Mirage and Via de Paz, Dr. Cruz, and to board members on Saturday for the retreat. A lot of good information there as we move forward, and hopefully, again, good news over the coming days and weeks around AEL for sure. So I'll keep that short and sweet there. Carrie, are there any citizens' comments?
Yes, we do have one.
All right, 1 second here. All right, pursuant to ARS 38431.01H, this governing board agenda item provides an open call to the public, allowing individuals to address the governing board on issues within the jurisdiction of the governing board. Speakers will be given 2 minutes and only address non-agenda topics under this agenda item unless an exception is granted by the board president. Statute prohibits the governing board from discussing an item that is not on the agenda. Governing board members are not permitted to discuss or take legal action on matters raised during the open call to the public unless the matters are properly noticed for discussion and legal action. However, the law permits governing board members to do the following at the conclusion of the open call to the public. A, respond to criticism made by those who have addressed the governing board. B, ask staff to review a matter. Or C, ask that a matter be put on a future agenda. The governing board discourages members of the public from using the call to the public portion of the agenda to make complaints against school personnel or persons connected with the district. Instead, members of the public are encouraged to use the complaint forms and processes set forth in governing board policies KE, KEB, KEC, and KED, which are available on the district's website or at the district office. To preserve student safety and privacy, public comments may not be directed at students of the district or refer to students of the district either by name or using details that would identify individual students. The board may require a person to give up their time or may refuse to read the comment if the comment is defamatory, obscene, or irrelevant. A comment is irrelevant if it does not relate to the activities, policies, decisions, or other actions of the district or other matters within the jurisdiction of the governing board. Carrie.
Okay. This citizen's comment was submitted on the online form on our agenda for the meeting of February 15th, 2020. The citizen comment is from Isabel Flores under the topic of aggregate expenditure limits. Hello, Governing Board. My name is Isabel Flores, a parent of Desert Horizon student. I have concerns with news surrounding lawmakers wanting to cut a great deal of spending for our public school districts, and Cartwright is among those. I am concerned for my child's education, and I wanted to know, are we preparing for potential cutbacks? Even enrollment due to the pandemic is concerning. I read that Justine Spitley at Cartwright's district saw a decrease in enrollment by nearly 20%. As a parent, I worry about possible school closures in the future. That's all.
Thank you, Carrie. Next on our agenda is our consent agenda. And I have a motion to approve consent agenda items A through I. There'll be an opportunity for discussion, obviously, but just a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Ms. Sarin. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Arenas. Any discussion? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, any discussion? Mr. Arenas, I think you alluded to maybe wanting to make a comment during this time.
Well, I want to wait till board action because you know what, I, in the spirit of transparency, I had seen the agenda item, but I'm not sure if it's still there. So I think I'll follow Dr. Cruz if she makes a statement. If not, I apologize.
Mr. White, can I say something?
Absolutely. Go ahead. Ms. Sarin.
Okay, as Caleb came on the Zoom meeting tonight, I said to him, I said, Caleb, I'm really mad at you. But actually, you know, Caleb, I wish you the best. You have been fantastic, a fantastic director of transportation for the Pendergast district. And I really appreciate all you have done. I know you're going off, you know, in a different direction, going to a different state. And I really wish you all the best. And I hope, you know, from time to time, you let us know what's going on with you and your family. I appreciate you again. And again, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Senator Casado?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to echo those words that Ms. Sarin mentioned. Yeah, Caleb, I was sad to hear of your departure and your move, but I understand, you know, what you're doing and why you're going. And so I just wish you the absolute best. You're just a really great guy. And I just want to thank you for the role you played in taking care of our kids as they get to and from school and all the transportation, wherever they're going in our district. You did a lot to make sure that they were safe. And there's no job that's more important than that. And you did a really good job at it. So thank you for all you did for our district. We're going to miss you and we just wish you the best. So thanks, Caleb.
Thank you.
Mr. President,
Ms. Ortega-Rosales.
thank you. Caleb, we will definitely miss you. You are a true leader. I know that whatever event I was at, more than likely you were going to be there. And, you know, a lot of times we weren't expected to be there, but you were always there with a helping hand. You know, you did everything from, you know, if there was help to be moving chairs around in a board meeting, to helping with, our constituents, whatever it could be. And obviously in your job, a job that's very important in our district, you did it with a lot of passion and dedication to our district. So we will miss you, but we surely do respect the reasons why you're leaving. Thank you.
Thank you.
So there we go, President White. We teed it off. That's exactly what I was talking about. And I know we haven't taken any board action on it yet, but I certainly do want to echo those remarks. And Caleb, you are a gem, my friend. I think that, again, don't want to repeat everything because I would echo those remarks. The only addition is that you're a class act, sir. You're a class act. Your work ethic is impeccable. You are the human face of transportation. There's many difficult challenges and jobs that we have in the school districts in that ecosystem, but being the transportation mero, jefe is not easy because that's putting, squares into circles into squares, and talking to bus drivers every day and bus aides, and the old saying in the education system we live in is that, our first interaction with our students in the morning is that bus driver. So my dear friend, I was saddened, but certainly excited for your new challenge, your new chapter, and always remind yourself, or maybe you don't have to remind yourself, always know deep in your heart that you have a place here in Pendergast, my friend. So wish you all the best, Caleb.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll echo what fellow board members have already said. So thank you, Caleb, for your service to the district and service to our students as well. And again, putting family first, can't argue with that. I know I have a little one. I will get in a quick dig though that, during the wintertime when you're shoveling that snow, maybe you have a snow blower, right? Just think about Pendergast, so hopefully in a good way. Hopefully you're not shaking your fist at me, at that first snowfall, but there are perks to staying here. I'd also like to give a shout out and a thank you to our retirees as well. So there's a few retirees on the board agenda tonight. Ms. Sensman, Ms. Campine, who's done a few years of service with PSD, and then also Mr. Budson at Via de Paz, who's put in 20 years. So again, thank you for your service to Pendergast, and congratulations on retirement. Any further discussion or comments? Carrie, roll call, please.
Jose Arenas,
Yes.
Hilda Ortega Rosales,
Yes.
Susan Zarin,
Yes.
Martin Cazada,
Yes.
and Jet White.
Yes.
There being 5 in favor, the motion carries.
Thank you, Carrie. Dr. Cruz, any new hires or other announcements that you would like to make during this time?
Good evening, Mr. President, esteemed board members, student board members, cabinet, and the community. Yes, we are excited to welcome some new team members, but we also want to make sure that we take a moment to wish the very best to folks who are moving on to their next adventure. We really genuinely appreciate their service, and we'll leave the light on for you. We'll leave it at that. So again, we want to welcome Mandy Avery, who's joining us at Canyon Breeze School as an early childhood interventionist. Carla Geronimo is joining us at Desert Horizon as a K-3 instructional assistant. Nicole Gonzalez is joining us at Desert Mirage as an instructional assistant. Marie Lopez is joining us at the Pendergast Community Center as the Pride Club site assistant. Joseph Ramirez is joining us as a bus driver trainee. Heather Anderson is joining us at Via de Paz as an instructional assistant in preschool. And Diana Haro Carrasco is joining us at Desert Mirage as a K-3 instructional assistant. So welcome to the team. We're so thankful that you chose Pendergast. We believe in you. And again, to those of you who are on to your next adventure, we believe in you, and you do always have a home here in Pendergast. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Dr. Cruz, and again, welcome to Pendergast. Next on our agenda tonight, we have Ms. Fimbres to give an update with our operations team on the 2022 fiscal year capital improvements financed through bonds from our community. Ms. Fimbres.
Good evening. I will go ahead and bring my PowerPoint up so that we can get started. So good evening, President White, esteemed board members, Dr. Cruz, members of cabinet, members of our student board, and members of our audience. This evening, I am excited to have 4 members of my amazing team. I have Regina Robles, our Director of Maintenance, Caleb Holman, our Director of Transportation, Ezra Williams, our Director of Information Technology, and Jamie Triolo, who is our Director of Food Service. They are going to be helping me to showcase the wonderful bond and capital projects that we have worked on over the course of this fiscal year, FY22. And there we go. Okay, so as we get started, we are going to take a look at the life of our current bond and recap where we are, where we started, and where we are today. So in November of 2016, the district successfully passed a $59.9 million bond election. Our very first sale was in February of 2017, with the governing board authorizing the issuance of $14.2 million in bonds for that sale. And in February of 18, authorizing $10,185,000. In February of 19, $10,470,000. December of 2020, authorizing $10,856,000. And in February of 2021, our most recent sale, that was $13,200,000. This allows the district the ability to provide improvements in the areas deemed necessary by the superintendent, cabinet, and the bond oversight committee. So the information that we are sharing this evening, obviously this is a recap of the life of the bond, but the projects that are going to be showcased by my wonderful team members will be encompassing the projects that we are actually working on or worked on this year and what is upcoming in the spring and summer. So before we get started with that, I want to show a pie chart of our cumulative expenditures. So over the life of the bond, this is the cumulative expenditures that we have to date. We have various categories under this bond. We have roofing, interior and exterior buildings, special systems, fire alarm, security and cameras, site work and exterior work. New construction classrooms, which encompasses the renovations that we've done on 4 of our campuses, transportation, district-wide technology, and then other. And under other, we have site and department-based furniture, as well as expenses for our bond sales themselves. So here is another form of a bar chart showing and showcasing each of those categories. So you can see that of the categories, the most funds that we have expensed to date have been under the new construction and classroom category, which basically encompasses majority of it, the renovations that we've done. So I'll go ahead and move on to Regina, who is going to showcase the work that we have done thus far. Regina.
Thank you, Joanne. Good evening, President White, esteemed board members, Dr. Cruz, student board members, members of cabinet, and members of our audience. In the maintenance department, we strive to be good stewards when utilizing bond funds. When it comes to renovating and maintaining our school buildings and grounds, we look at the age of the building or equipment, the condition, and the safety aspects. As Joanne stated, we categorize our projects and evaluate them annually. Here for interior and exterior, we've included painting, building renovations, flooring, and campus signage. So at Desert Horizon, Garden Lakes, Via de Paz, and Copper King, exterior painting project included painting of all of the hollow metal framing, doors, and windows, all roof metal flashings, and fencing. The Pendergast Community Center also received a new exterior paint on all surface types of their building. The Pendergast Learning Center received a fresh new coat of paint inside the reception area, all conference rooms, as well as Charlie's. Our next category, our next area is the restroom remodel. Restroom remodel, Westwind was the last restroom remodel completed. At our last bond presentation, we were fortunate to showcase Westwind's remodeled restrooms, which include all new wall and floor tile, new partitions, sinks, hand dryers, paint, and more. So of course, those were, you guys got to walk those restrooms. The Early Learning Center, we recently added new partition doors for all student restrooms. Under carpet and flooring, We recently added new carpet tiles in all classrooms in the F building at Desert Horizon. The library at Sunset Ridge received new carpet tile, and their Makerspace lab received new luxury vinyl tile. The transportation lounge, as well as the new ground supervisor office, received new flooring. The Pendergast Learning Center received new carpet in all conference rooms. And we also caulked all of the polished concrete in the expansion joints to eliminate any safety hazards in the reception and at Charlie's Cafe. Next is signage. So signage plays a large role in safety and security. Desert Horizon received all new classroom identification signage this year. Via de Paz received new building signage for the administration, library, cafeteria, and soon will receive all new identification for all classrooms. Desert Mirage will be receiving signage with their school name on their administration building and a new Hilda Ortega Rosales sign for their front of their library. Garden Lakes received all new building and classroom identification signage as well during going through their construction right now. And they are in the process, which they will also receive all classroom signage and building signage. Most recent though, Copper King installed signage of their school name and mascot that is located on their gym, which faces 107th Avenue. So if you drive by, you will be able to see it. It's a really nice sign. All right, so here are a couple pictures of Desert Horizon exterior painting project. So you see that all of the fencing, pillars, roof work, as well as doors and windows were painted in their lovely purple color. Here is the flooring project at Desert Horizon. This is the F building at Desert Horizon, and all 4 classrooms received all new carpet tiles. All right, Garden Lakes Library. The newly renovated library now has 2 makerspace areas for both primary and upper grade levels. Their new library space is very flexible and all furniture is movable to accommodate their needs for any event. It's beautiful. Here is Sunset Ridge. We got the library, which received all new carpet tile, and their Makerspace lab, which received luxury vinyl tile. And another exterior painting project that we did was at Via de Paz. And Via de Paz got their lovely blue color on all of their roof, their roofing, their windows, their fencing, their doors, everything, as well as you can see a picture of their new signage. They added new signage that states their school in a couple areas, as well as the library, cafeteria, and administration building, and soon will receive classroom signage as well. And once again, here's the lovely picture of our Westwind restroom remodel, which includes, again, all flooring, wall tiles, partitions, sinks, hand dryers, and more. And here is our lovely Pendergast Learning Center. If you can see to the picture on the left, we have all new carpet tiles in the conference room areas, as well as new paint, new fresh coat of paint in there. Charlie's Cafe received a new fresh coat of paint, as well as the reception area. And as you see, the polished concrete, we filled in those expansion joints with caulking to eliminate any safety hazards. And here is another great exterior paint project that we were able to do this year, which is at the Pendergast Community Center. We were able to paint all of the exterior products that are located on this building to brick, to stucco, to also doors, windows, and all. So it looks awesome. All right, so our next category is site work and exterior. Landscape. Landscape improvements include replacing out all drip and irrigation lines, adding new timers, and replenishing all rock landscape. So you can see that this year we tackled Copper King, Pendergast, and Amberlea, and we try to hit about 3 schools on a yearly basis. Parking lots, depending on the age and condition, we reseal the parking lot or we slurry seal the parking lot, or we remove damaged asphalt and replace it with new. At Garden Lakes, they received a seal coat and a restripe, and Rio Vista received a slurry seal, which means it's an oil-based mixture with asphalt and sand that provides a nice layer to help smooth the surface and eliminate cracks. And as you can see, that was done at these two schools. We do try to focus on 2 to 3 schools every year. Concrete renovations. So when it comes to concrete, we try to identify any large cracking, and we saw cut and remove damaged concrete and replace with new. This year, we got to complete a huge project at Copper King as well as Rio Vista. Here are a couple of pictures of Amberlea of many of their landscaping areas that received all new rock. Here are extensive pictures of Copper King and how much we had to demo out of concrete and replace. This is Rio Vista. Rio Vista again received the slurry seal as well as restriping the parking lot. And Garden Lakes, they received a seal and recoat and as well as restriping. All right, this year we also got to finish installing a new fire alarm system at the maintenance and transportation building. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Ezra.
Thank you, Regina. Good evening, President White, esteemed members of the board, Dr. Cruz, members of cabinet, board members, and our audience. As we continue to increase security throughout the district, we've installed an average of 65 cameras at our school sites. The most recent installations have included Desert Mirage, Rio Vista, Pendergast, and Sunset Ridge. We're also installing new digital network-based intercom systems. We started the installations at Garden Lakes. We're also installing at Copper King. The installation at Copper King is going to mimic the installation, or the construction project. We've also got equipment ordered for Via de Paz and Canyon Breeze. Here you'll see some cameras that we've already installed at Desert Mirage. These are multi-lens 360 cameras, and they're on the exterior of the building, of course, and we're trying to just pick up as much motion as possible. These are some cameras at Rio Vista. These are all interior single lens cameras, as well as our camera server, which stores all of our video footage. Here at Sunset Ridge, you're seeing some exterior cameras. Here we've got multi-lens 360 cameras, as well as single lens 360 cameras, interior and exterior. And again, here at Pendergast, you're seeing the exterior multi-lens 360 cameras, as well as exterior 360 cameras. And at Garden Lakes, this is a shot of our new digital network-based intercom system. The intercom system includes call buttons in the classroom. The call buttons are able to call back to the front office, and they talk individually. The front office can also access any of the classrooms and communicate two-way. They can also do calling throughout the campus in zones, or again, in individual classrooms. And back to you.
Thank you, Ezra. All right, so we're back at roofing. We have spent about $4.2 million in this past 5 years, old bond, and we have been able to replace and re-roof all flat roofing as well as shingle roofing at all of our school campuses. The last one we are doing, that we're currently doing now, is going to be Amberlea, but we have been able to re-roof all roofing in the past 5 years. Special systems. Special systems includes HVAC, lighting, and our water project, meaning that in the past 5 years, we have done a lot of changes to improve our energy management and efficiency. I'm just going to do a quick summary because this project is huge, but a quick summary of how we are saving the district. So first, interior lighting with dimming and daylight harvesting capabilities. Retrofit existing inefficient interior lighting, including gymnasiums and common classroom areas with newer generation low wattage fluorescent and LED lamps and ballast and fixtures. Classroom received Evo Kits lighting solutions to provide individual dimming capabilities for an improved learning environment. Our exterior LED lighting, retrofit existing inefficient pools, canopy and wall pack exterior high intensity discharge lighting fixture with LED fixtures. Our domestic water modifications, remove and replace domestic plumbing fixtures or parts thereof to reduce the water consumption and corresponding electrical usage via the water heating systems. Our HVAC upgrades, we retrofit outdated air conditioning systems with new high efficiency units, thereby reducing both the kilowatt use for cooling and heating as well as reducing the demand. We have replaced a major part of all of our units, more than 500 units within the past five years. Our energy management system, which includes our control system with our HVACs, upgrade existing system to web-based system to tie in new air conditioning units and balance remaining schedules and set points. So that is a lot of work that we've been doing under special systems. And I can tell you that the energy management has been a success. Our new construction, of course, includes the 4 schools that we've already gone in and did classroom renovations, which is Villa de Paz, Garden Lakes, Desert Mirage, and we are at Copper King, which includes flooring, painting, drywall, ceiling tiles, cabinetry, sinks, furniture, cleanup of electrical and data, and more. This project has been a huge success, and our students love to get to see their new classroom once it's complete. And I will hand it over to Caleb. Thank you.
Good evening, President White, esteemed governing board members, Dr. Cruz, student board members, members of cabinet, and members of our audience. Throughout the lifespan of this bond, we have spent a little over $2 million on bus and white fleet replacements. We've purchased 14 new buses, which have replaced much of our aged fleet. And this includes the 6 new 84-passenger buses that we've received this July. These replacements have created safer and more efficient transportation for our students. And I will hand it over to Ezra.
Thank you, Caleb. As we continue with our district-wide technology, we've increased the security and upgraded our backup system so that our data is more secure on-site and off-site. We replaced an aging network storage system in the data center. And we've also installed a battery backup system at all school sites. The battery backup system is installed in the front office area and the library area. This will give the schools a little time in case of a power outage. Their phones will continue to work as well as the data in those 2 locations. Now, this is just a quick shot of our data center upgrades, our new backup servers, as well as our new network attached storage system.
Okay, thank you, everybody. So taking a look at other expenditures. With that being said, other encompasses the site-based furniture and equipment that has been ordered over the life of this bond, as well as department-based furniture and equipment. That includes district computers and systems, district signage, and the bond sale fees and expenses. For each of the sales that we've had over the life of the bond, the other expenditure category encompasses the fees and expenses that we have for the entire process. With that being said, I know we've encompassed a number of projects that have occurred over the course of this year, but we want to also let you know what is coming in the spring and the start of our summer. So I'll go ahead and hand it over to Regina so she can get us started on our current and upcoming projects.
Thank you, Joanne. Yes, I have started and I am ready for our upcoming bond projects, hopefully starting some in spring and also starting of summer. Roofing, like I said, Amberlia, that is our last on the list for shingle replacements, which will start. It is in the process of being assessed by many roofers, and we will get that completed this summer. Exterior paint, we will be painting the exterior of Westwood. And we are also in the process of assessing the Pendergast Learning Center as well as the Early Learning Center on repairing cracks to stucco, as well as providing a new paint job for the Pendergast Learning Center as well as the Early Learning Center. Our playground upgrades, they are in production. Amberlia, Copper King, and Desert Horizon will be receiving new playground equipment. Desert Horizon is actually receiving a whole brand new playground for their upper grade. Upper grade shade structures, Copper King, Desert Horizon, and Desert Mirage. These are all in production as we speak now as well. Their upper grade playgrounds will receive new shade structures. Via de Paz is going to be receiving new shade structures for their pickup and drop off areas. And those are also in production. Parking lot reseal and restripe. We're in the process of assessing Amberlia Canyon Breeze at this time on what work needs to be done there. And at the M&T, maintenance and transportation, we will be restriping, resealing and restriping, as well as the brand new parking lot at the Pendergast Learning Center. New fire alarms. We will be installing 2 new fire alarms this summer, Canyon Breeze and then at Garden Lakes. This fire alarm system is a voice activated system. You can also utilize an intercom through this fire alarm system, and it also has a lockdown feature. Signage, Desert Mirage, like I said, is in the process. It is ordered. They are going to be receiving new signage for their administration building as well as their library. Water fountains, Via de Paz, new water fountains for their exterior buildings are on order and just waiting to be installed once they come in. Pendergast, we are assessing additional exterior water fountains that need to be replaced as well. Classroom and library renovations. So we are in the process of completing Copper King right now. We will be complete towards the end of the summer, at least a couple of weeks before our teachers come back. And we are getting ready. We're also in the process of going back into Via de Paz and touching those buildings that were not touched during the first renovation at Via de Paz. All right. Caleb?
For upcoming bond projects in the Transportation Department, we have submitted a purchase order for 3 43-passenger buses, and we are expecting them to be delivered in November of 2020.
We're currently in the planning stages for a camera system at Garden Lakes and Canyon Breeze. The new intercom system for Copper King has already started. We've got equipment on order for Villa de Paz and Canyon Breeze. We're also doing data center upgrades so that we're able to handle the amount of data coming in from the schools.
Okay, and then outside of bond, we also have our ESSER funds, and we wanted to showcase the interactive display boards. We are grateful for the ESSER funds that we have received, and with that being said, each of our schools have received their interactive display boards, and they have been installed. For Copper King and for Via de Paz, they are going to be installed as each phase of renovation is completed. And I also wanted to let you know that our capital funds were utilized for the installation of the data and electrical work that was needed in each classroom so that these boards could then be installed and utilized by our instructional staff. We're very excited, and we know that they're excited as well.
Okay, so as Joanne stated, we have different projects utilizing different funding. And here is a project that we did complete. It is behind the district office in the old Pendergast 500 building. We needed an extra place for storage for our warehouse and overflow, as you can say. So we decided to tear down a couple walls, as you can see in the picture, to give them easy access to be able to utilize this space for donations or any furniture or anything that's coming in that needs to be stored. And so they have easy access to all classrooms in the old 500 building at Pendergast. And I will hand it off to Jamie.
Thank you. Good evening, President White, esteemed board members, student board, Dr. Cruz, cabinet and guests. We have completed food service projects for just under $236,000 utilizing the food service fund. We started our plan 4 years ago to upgrade serving lines at a pace of 4 per year. This year, we finished Rio Vista, Canyon Breeze, Pendergast L, and Desert Horizon, completing the final 4 upgrades, which completes the project at every school in the district. The new mobile serving lines replace the built-in equipment. Its mobility makes it easier to clean around, under, and behind. The original serving lines only had hot wells. The new lines have hot wells, and we have added a cold plate to better display the grab-and-go salads we offer. The lines are arranged so the composed salads will be displayed as the first thing students see as they enter. This way they know it's there and have looked at it before making their choice. It's a great way to promote healthy choices. At Garden Lakes, we've added a tilt skillet. This tool is a multifunctioning piece of equipment that will better increase the overall food quality. It can be utilized as a kettle for soups and sauces, cooking pastas and rice, and it can function as a griddle for grilled sandwiches and sauteed vegetables. It can even be used as a steamer if it becomes necessary to do so. We have had tilt skillets at Pendergast, Desert Horizon, Via de Paz, and now we have one at Garden Lakes. We're working on a plan to add this tool in every school. However, it's proving difficult to find the space to place it in the kitchens. At Charlie's Cafe, we added a tilt skillet for the same reasons. It's a multifunction tool. We also added a lowboy freezer with a prep top. This provides us freezer storage within reach, saving steps and increasing productivity while adding a workspace. The last piece of equipment we added is a cold workstation. This allows us to keep frequently used items at arm's length, like the lowboy freezer does, giving us access to frequently used items without a trip to the walk-in. With the newly found convenience, we're able to keep up with the demand for the build your own salad menu that has become increasingly popular. Everything we've done at each location is to add ease of adherence to sanitation and food safety standards, increase productivity, promote healthy choices, and foster a better quality finished product by allowing us a wider range of cooking techniques. So here's some pictures. So these are the new serving lines at Rio Vista and Canyon Breeze. And of course, we're trying to keep things as identical as possible. This is the serving line at Desert Horizon. We actually only needed to add the cold well here because we already had a functioning mobile hot well. And this is the equipment at Charlie's, the lowboy freezer, the salad station, the cold salad station, and the tilt skillet that's also at Garden Lakes. And thank you.
All righty. Thank you to my amazing operational team. As you can see, they have been hard at work in managing all of these projects over the life of the bond, as well as the projects that we have taken care of this year, this fiscal year, and those that we have upcoming in the spring and summer. So with that being said, that concludes our presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Fimbres and team. Excellent presentation. Questions or comments from the board? And I can see most of you, Ms. Darren. I don't see you on the screen, so just shout if you have something. I got everybody else, though.
President White is always very informative. Thank you, Ms. Fimbres, to you and your team. Very, very informative. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reyes. Ms. Darren, I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. A great presentation. Thank you for not only letting us know about everything you're doing with our bond monies, but, you know, to our community. And I want to thank the community for renewing our bond this last November. I mean, this will help us keep up renovating our schools and keeping them, nice for all of our students. I really appreciate all the hard work you and your staff do, Ms. Fembrace, and I appreciate the update. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sharon. I'm happy. I'm glad that I wasn't hallucinating. I'm happy to see the signage on the schools as I drive down Camelback of Via De Paz and down 107th on my way to Costco past Copper King, and I'm like, oh, there's signs up on there, and it says it has the name, and so I was happy to see those and not just the marquee, right? And so that folks in our community are passing by can see those names and maybe do a quick Google search and find out the great things that are happening in Pendergast. I also had an opportunity to visit Garden Lakes and see the makerspace that was on display there in some of those photos, and tour some classrooms as well of some of those boards. So I'm excited for those students and students around the district as those are expanded for those opportunities. And Dr. Cruz showed us around, and I was able to tour it with a of that at Garden Lakes and boards at Garden Lake. I know those are expanding. So happy to see. I guess I have a question about transport and bus. And I know that we just bought a bunch, so don't take this as I'm advocating for new buses after we just bought new buses. But I guess like one question is lifetime of those buses. Is it miles or years, or what the regulation is on that? And then also just not even a question, but just a general statement moving forward about, we have to be financial stewards of the district, and it has to make sense. But going forward after this retirement of whatever is that we have, what does that look like as far as electric or hybrid, vehicles within the district? And again, I know it's a balance of financials versus environmental. So I guess the real question is like, how long are we keeping these buses and vehicles that we just purchased for, and what can we expect from them?
President White, thank you very much for your question. And I'll try, I hope it was kind of cutting out a little bit, so I hope I captured the question that you had. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and defer that question in regards to the life and the replacement plan that we have for our buses over to Caleb, and allow him the opportunity, since he has his replacement plan in place and he can speak to the life of these buses. Caleb?
President White, so just to be clear, because you were breaking up just a little bit, you're wondering about the life span of a school bus, and if we're exploring alternate options such as electric. Is that correct?
Yes, and I apologize for my internet. Yes.
No, you're great. No worries. So for most of our buses, we keep them between 15 and 17 years. The replacement plan is put in place based off of both mileage, age, and we do incorporate a little bit of cost of repair. So if you've got a bus that maybe has a major repair coming up and it's a little bit older, we may trade in that bus a little earlier in order to avoid those costs. As far as alternative fuel buses, we actually have been exploring that. We did have a bus or one of our vendors come visit us recently with an electric school bus, and we were able to look at them and explore the possibilities of purchasing them in the future. We do not currently have a plan to purchase any electric buses, though.
Thank you. Other questions or comments? Ms. Ortega-Rosales.
Thank you, Mr. President. In terms of the electric buses, if I'm reading all the news around the infrastructure bill that was just passed, I know there is quite a bit of funding that was targeted in that area. And so, not to be answered right now, but I'm hoping that we are pursuing any opportunity we have as a district, both to be able to take advantage of that revenue, but also to make sure that, we're helping with the footprint of our community. And I do want to commend all of you for all the hard work that you put in to make sure that every one of our buildings, every one of our facilities, every one of our classrooms are a pride to our community. We all know that psychologically, if you walk into a building that isn't freshly painted, that the carpet is bad, or you walk into a bus and it doesn't run very well, and it's hot in the summer and it's cold in the winter, all those things begin to take a toll on our children, our students, and our staff around what kind of value are we placing on them, not only from a security perspective, but value of you deserve to have the best. And so you really do exemplify that, financial stewardship of the tax dollars that are approved by our community. And as Ms. Saren mentioned earlier, we need to not forget to thank our community for continuously approving those bonding and capital and M&O funds that overrides that we ask them to support us with. So thanks to our community. And as you can see, your taxes are at work.
Thank you, Mr. Ortega-Rosales. Others? All right. Again, thank you, Ezra and Jamie and Regina, Caleb, and Ms. Pendergast and your team for your presentation and for your responsible projects they're doing to improve and echo everything that Ms. Ortega-Rosales just mentioned. All right. Are there any items anyone would like to see added to future board agendas? Great. Our next meeting will be March 1st, and we get to hear from Rio Vista. We'll be here at 6 o'clock on Zoom and Facebook Live for those folks who won't be there in person. Can I have a motion to adjourn the regular board meeting of February 15th, 2022?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Ms. Saren. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Ortega-Rosales. Carrie, roll call, please.
Jose Arenas,
Yes.
Hilda Ortega-Rosales,
Yes.
Susan Saren,
Yes.
Martin Cazada,
Yes.
and Jet White.
Yes.
There being 5 in favor, the motion carries.
Thank you, Carrie. Everybody have a great night. And if you're traveling tomorrow, safe trip.
Woohoo! That's it. I'm out. I gotta get this downloaded so I can get out of here and get home and get packed and hit the airport. Oh, you're muted.
Good luck and be safe.
Thanks.
Have fun.
It's gonna be fun. We'll be great.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Have a good night, Ezra. Bye.
Bye.